My name is Jason Tay. I'm an optometrist and a dry eye practitioner, and I had the privilege last year to present to some of you at the Scleroderma Australia AGM in November. Had a lot of fun there, and Bridget's kindly asked me to come back and shoot a 5-minute video on dry eye management for scleroderma patients. 5 minutes is not a long time, but I'll do my best and see if I can give you as much information as I can. So let's get started. So 3 things today we're going to cover off in terms of managing dry eyes. The first thing will be understanding your actual dry eyes and what causes it. The second thing is what you can do at home to help with better management and maintenance of the issue. And the third thing would be advanced in-office treatments that you could potentially get to reduce the progression of the problem. So let's get a better understanding of your dry eyes. Our tears basically have 3 layers to them. We have the outer layer, which is the oils. We've got the inner layer, which is the water, the blue layer there, and the green layer is the protein or the mucin layer. In scleroderma dry eyes, the most common cause of discomfort arises from a lack of the water layer or the aqueous layer, which is the blue, followed by the oils, and then followed by a combination of both. When we did a survey last year at the AGM, we were able to take a 22 random sample of delegates that were at the AGM, and we found that 16 out of 22 of the eyes that we tested had gland dysfunction, where there's lack of oils flowing. We also found 17 out of 22 had aqueous deficiency, and a total of 12 had a combination of both reduced waters and oils. And this is in line with what we already know through years of research on dry eyes. So what do we do about it? So at home management, once we understand what causes our dry eyes, then it makes life a little bit easier to target the issue. So my favorite things to do at home are listed here, and we'll briefly go through them. So lid hygiene would be the first one. We need to keep the area around the lids nice and clean, because with the thickened lids we tend to blink less, we tend to have more sort of discharge or build up of deposits in the corner of our eyes, and we tend to get more what we call anterior blepharitis or build up on the lashes. So 2 things. One is we need to get a lid cleanser to clean and moisturize the eyes or the eyelids, and then we also need a product to reduce the bacterial load. So to my left here, we've got the lid cleanser, which is a great way of cleaning the area around the lashes. I would do that 2 times a day. Incorporate it into your normal morning routine and evening routine, brushing teeth, cleaning eyes. And then the Hypochlor is a great spray or a gel product that you can use just before you go to sleep, applying it over the eyes or spraying it over the eyes and leaving it on the eyes while you're sleeping overnight. This will reduce the bacterial load, as I say, and keep the area around the eyes safer. The next thing, the next favorite thing is the warm compresses. So warm compresses are the key to keeping the oils nice and liquid so that the oils can flow better. There are many ways of doing eye compresses. This is one of my favorites. Here's an eye mask that you just throw in a microwave for 30 seconds, and then you just put them on. And the key here is to leave it on for 10 minutes. So you want the temperature to be about 45 degrees Celsius, which is just hot enough that you don't burn your skin, and you want to leave that mask on for 10 minutes. It's very relaxing. Patients often fall asleep with this one. I would probably do it at least once a day. If you can do it twice a day, that would be fantastic. The next one would be, of course, our traditional use of eye drops. Now, there are many types of eye drops that you can get out in the pharmacy. None of them, not every eye drop is the same. For scleroderma eyes, remembering we're trying to target the lack of water, and we're going to try to target the lack of oils as well. So if you are symptomatic enough and you need to have drops, these are just some of my favorites. So we have Novatears on the right. That is purely an oil-based eye drop only, so that's to replenish the outer layer of the tears. The High-Low Fort will give us that watery component that we need. I like Fort because it's thicker and lasts for longer. And if you combine both the Novatears and the High-Low Fort, we can then get the oil and the water all in one. We can also, for those who don't want to have that combination or want something lighter and don't mind the stinging effect of the honey, you can try the Manuka honey eye drops. That's quite good too. The properties of the honey actually draws the oils out of the oil glands, and the stinging that you get actually triggers tears from coming through, so you get a combination effect with the honey eye drops as well. For those of you who sleep with your eyes open, which which will surprise many of you, but a lot of us do. Sleeping with your eyes open at night will expose the surface of the eyes and will cause damage to the cornea in the longer term. You can get these eye seals that you can put on and go to sleep at night to keep the moisture. They're sort of like moisture chamber goggles. And of course, the other favorite one of mine is the blinking exercise. So I recommend for every 45 minutes of staring that you do, whether it's staring at devices, phones, computer screens, television, books, just to take a 1-minute break and do a blink exercise. So it looks a little bit like this. So you want to close your eyes for 2 seconds, and then you want to squeeze your lids together and hold for 2 seconds, and then you want to open your eyes for 2 seconds. So it's close 1, 2, squeeze 1, 2, and open 1, 2. If we repeat this 10 times, that gives us that 60 seconds that we need, or that 1-minute break. Just a note, when you squeeze your eyelids together, we're not trying to squeeze your whole eyeball and create a squishing effect on the eyeballs. We're just trying to bring the lids together, push them gently together to release the oils. With this 1-minute blinking exercise, it'll allow the tear system to regulate, to come through, and hopefully our eyes don't feel so dry. I would always advise you to do a blink exercise first before putting any eye drops in. Blinking, generates our own tears, our natural tears. Artificial tears only serves as a top-up. So if I can use my natural tears, I would do that first before you go to the artificial ones. And the third part is in-office treatment, or what I call advanced treatment. So this is an exciting space because in the last 5 to 10 years, technology has evolved significantly to help improve and treat the underlying causes for dry eyes. So we'll briefly touch on these, and if you need any information at the end, please feel free to contact us. So first of all, is this little electric toothbrush here, which has a little sponge at the end. We use this to lid debride or to clean the lids. So on the left hand side here, you can see all that build up of the gunk on the base of the lashes, which creates a high risk for infection and inflammation. And using that electric toothbrush, we clean all that gunk away and creating a happier environment for the lids. The next is an IPL treatment. So using this special device, it allows us to zap light at about 590 nanometers across the lower lid as well as the upper lid. And what the light treatment will allow us to do is to seal up some of these blood vessels that are causing inflammation, to help regenerate some of the cellular function, and also to stimulate the oil flow, so that with the heated oils or the liquefied oils, the oils are able to flow out or come through better. The latest piece of equipment that we have is the Rexon Eye. This is quite an interesting piece of equipment. It's the first type on the market that actually helps to promote watery deficiency, oily deficiency, as well as protein deficiency in your tears. So it targets all types of dry eyes. It uses what they call QMR technology, which is quantum magnetic resonance, using basically electric waves to stimulate the regeneration of cells around the eyes. Now these will target the oil glands as well as the watery glands that are around our eyes. It requires 4 weeks of treatment before we get an improvement in signs and symptoms. The LIPIFLOW is basically a device that will unclog your oil glands for you. So these little activators go onto the eyes, and what happens is once they're clipped in there, the machine will send heat into the upper and the lower lids to liquefy the oils. Once the oils are nice and warm, then it will also send a pulse or a suction to draw the oils out of the oil glands. So this runs for about 12 minutes, and this is basically the best way of unclogging your oil glands. Then we have things like the BANDAGE contact lenses. So BANDAGE contact lenses are used for patients who have really badly damaged corneas that cannot be healed with just eye drops or with any of the other advanced techniques we just talked about. So now we're designing either a soft contact lens or a hard contact lens to put over the eyes to help the cells heal. So with the soft lens, it basically works like a soft contact lens. We put it on, there's a lot of lubrication that needs to occur, and the cells eventually heal up and the eyes feel better and can see better. We can also create a dome-shaped hard contact lens called a scleral lens, which we fill with fluid, and then we vault, or we put the lens over the eyes. It vaults over the cornea, and it allows the cornea to heal as well. So if you need a little bit more information, please feel free to contact us on the Dry Eye Group. We've actually set up a registration page on the dryeyegroup.com.au website which will allow you to book in for a free 15-minute consult either with myself or with one of my colleagues. We are here to help. We are here to serve you, so please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to have a chat with you. Apart from that, thank you so much for having me today. It's been an honor, and I hope you guys have a fantastic Scleroderma day, and take care, stay safe, and we'll speak soon.